Well, welcome to Wandering Monk and our Monks Alive. We got a couple of folks here with us, a couple of old friends. Got Tony with Stone Wolf Outdoors, and we have Max with Hike Camp. Bringing them on here, and we will get to just talking. So, get you guys up here real quick. Hope we don't have technical difficulties.
Well, that's always on your end. You know that.
I know. I've had a week of technical difficulties. It's been crazy.
Nice hat.
I like the hat, Dan.
Thank you. Max, I saw you with yours, and I said, I got to get my hat out. So,
yeah.
Got to have those scrambled eggs,
Well, yes. My wife laughed at me. I said, I had scrambled eggs on my hat when I was on active duty. So
that's true.
Oh me, I don't know. I'll enough of that.
Fine, you can leave it on.
Oh, you look good at it.
It covers your face a little bit, so.
Okay.
Y'all know why I wear it, because I ain't got anything up top. So.
Man, you can see mine. It's getting long.
It is. I was noticing you on your last. PTL's here. I was noticing you on your last video.
Ken.
Hey guys.
Hello, Ken.
How are you?
You had really grown it out.
I'm trying to survive the heat. And
now, you said how
hot? You guys know, as soon as it gets really hot, the first thing goes the hair on the head.
Yeah.
And, the beard's gone. I'm trying to survive it. I mean, I'm getting pretty good length here.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Problem is, my hair's at this stage right now where it sticks straight up. And that'll do it for like 6 months. Until it's, a foot above my head.
That's Max's problem, too.
Yeah, Max's goes straight up, too, or straight down, I think Max's problem is.
Yeah, it's root.
That's all I got.
Ken, how are you doing?
Tony's starting to look like the wolf man here.
I've never had a problem growing hair, I'll tell you that. I don't got it on the other places that you don't want it, but face in the head, it grows. I was gonna shave,
I finally just found that full screen mode. Yeah, I didn't know you could bump this up to full screen, but when you do, you lose the comments. So.
Oh. Yeah. I always just sort of keep it on the side. But.
I do the comments on my phone, Max.
That's a good idea.
What was that?
While I'm doing this live, I have it on my phone. Put my phone on silent, and I watch on my phone, and I do the comments on the phone.
Hey, Gary.
Oh,
that works.
That's smart.
Yeah. Oh, we got all kinds of folks.
Hi, Arlene.
Yeah. Yep, Arlene's on here. Gary's on here. Well, Ken, how are you been holding up?
Doing good. Got a lot going on. Sue and I are getting ready to do our next trip to Kentucky. She wants to do the national park, so we're going to go to Mammoth Caves in Kentucky this coming month. But while we're there, there's the Creation Museum and the Ark thing, and so we're going to do those, and then then we're going to go to the caves, and then from there, I've contacted a few through hikers, and so we're in touch with a couple of them, and we're planning on going to the AT and doing some trail magic. Yeah, so we're going to load the car up.
Awesome. We need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So
I keep planning on doing trail magic up on the PCT right around Mount Adams every year.
Yep.
Because that's a blank spot on the PCT.
That's a good place to do it.
And I can't time it right.
Oh, really?
Don't get me wrong. I'm watching it. I know when the hikers are going through, but most of the time, I'm not there to be there at the right time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be there when the bulk of the people are coming through, cooking them up food and beer and pop and doing all of it for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's real trail magic.
Yeah.
What we
Yeah,
do is I follow somebody on YouTube and send them a note if I can get their phone number, then communicate with them right before we go. Focus on them. So we'll feed them at least one meal. Maybe we'll feed them for 2 meals one day and go back and get them for a couple meals the next day. But then we tell them, let people around you know we're there, and you feed everybody around them as well.
Well, I've been up to the crossing where it crosses the road up there, Mount Adams.
Yeah.
I've been up there 1,000 times. I love that area. And I miss it. I always miss the I'll get 1 or 2 a day or something like that, but I want that 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I see Rerun on here. I did a hike with them last year, or actually earlier this year. And we were down in Virginia, and they stayed 2 extra days after our hike. And one of those days, we went shopping the day before, bought a bunch of breakfast stuff, and we went out and we probably fed 25 hikers. That was nice.
Yeah.
It was a wet day, a little rainy. We bought a tarp. They bought a tarp. And
pop up a tarp, whatever you can.
With the 3 of them in the back of my truck, we kept it simple, cooked up some sausage, egg, and cheese on a roll, and the hikers were happy.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
you got to put it on a tortilla to make the hikers happy. You know that.
Oh my. Yeah.
And then we have Little Debbie's. We had some orange juice, drinks, and stuff like that, and snacks, and it was good.
Hey, Adam.
Adam's out here. That's great. That is super. Is it easier to get the Trail Magic on the AT than it is on the other two? I mean, it just seems like.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the Continental Divide Trail, there's hardly anybody out there doing Trail Magic. You'll find your water caches, which is great Trail Magic,
Oh yeah, on
that trail.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, but on the Pacific Crest Trail, towns are their Trail Magic for the most part, or a ride to town is their Trail Magic for the most part. On the PCT, any crossing can be a great spot.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Don's sick today, so he's not going to join us.
Man, I've been really enjoying his content.
Yeah. It's been fun. It's been really good.
I told him when I watched his last video that I'd see him today if he came in, and now that he's sick, I guess not.
Yeah. But he'll be back, I think, next week. We'll try to do it again next week, and then let's see. I'm trying to see what my schedule is looking like. Yeah, I'm leaving now.
Well, I'm like Max. Our schedule is what day is it?
Yeah, pretty much right.
I'm going to go to West Kansas and Nebraska the end of March.
That's a good time to do it.
And I'll be gone from the 20th till sometime in April. Because going out there, it's Milky Way season. Going to do Milky Way videos and photos out in West Kansas, and then go up into North Platte, Nebraska for the Sandhill cranes.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I've liked all the shots you've been posting on Facebook for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I mean, I get to see what I couldn't see when I was in Kansas,
Yeah.
You're there now, and you're seeing the stuff as the migrations are coming through, and
right.
And it's totally different than what I see up in Washington when the migrations come through, because they don't stop in Washington very long.
No, I bet not. I bet they just keep on.
Yeah, they want to get the heck out of there and go to Canada.
Yeah.
Or the other way, they want to get down to down here. Well, not quite here, but.
Well, I was out last week, and I got a video and some photos. I haven't published them yet. It was a adult bald eagle and a juvenile bald eagle, and it was like the adult was giving it flying lessons. They were flying together. It was really cool.
Right, just like the Air Force, you got to do it right, or the Navy,
It was neat. watch them. I watched them for probably 40 minutes. They're
Nice.
just soaring above me. It was neat.
You got a great spot there, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate that and they keep moving into the area. The lake was frozen 2 weeks ago, and I was talking to a guy that was photographing. He's just getting different pictures of the ice, but he counted 38 bald eagles out standing on the ice of the lake.
Oh, I've only seen that during fishing season.
Yeah, it was crazy. So,
Wow.
Really cool. But
Sorry if I keep wiping my head, but it is hot.
now, how hot is it there, Tommy?
It's 88 right now.
80.
Oh, Jesus.
So
What do you
I'm,
got,
10,
Max?
I'm 10 degrees
Yeah.
hotter in here. So
And here I sit with cold feet.
And what's your temp? What's your temperature there?
Oh, the temp outside is 50.
Okay, 88.
That's nice.
The temp in this room is about 32. This is not a heated room.
Oh, okay.
Mine is. That's why it's 10 degrees hotter inside the pop-up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Actually, I'd have been better off if I'd have had the signal to do it outside, to go out and sit on my bench and do it. It's warmer out there than it is in here.
Oh, you don't have signal out there?
Oh no. Yeah. Not Wi-Fi. I mean for the computer.
Right.
And it doesn't reach out that far. It barely gets into this room.
My Starlink, I'm quite a ways from it, and I'm doing just fine.
Yeah.
Well, yours is satellite though, isn't it?
If Max was outside,
Yeah.
we could watch the Ravens. You could feed the Ravens.
It'd have to be in the morning, because in the afternoon they're gone.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Ken, what's the temperature there in Connecticut?
I think it was in the mid to high 40s today. It wasn't too bad.
Nice.
Actually, I didn't get out much, but at the times I went out, it felt pretty nice out there.
It
Felt like spring's getting close.
Oh, yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Come on, it is.
Oh,
It's just a team.
it feels like it today, and it's got me itching, but it ain't gonna happen. It's too soon for Wyoming.
And I know you saw the trailer I did on the Stealth Camping Alliance.
Yes.
So that's going to come out this Saturday, 3:00 in the afternoon here. And I did it at 3 in the afternoon because Cash is the one from Belgium is the one that asked me to do it.
Oh, so
Okay.
you have
6
it
hours
pop up in
ahead
the
of us.
morning, yeah.
So it'll be 9:00 at night there. So
Yeah. It's okay.
do it at 3, and she's still awake. And so I'm hoping she'll be able to watch because she's the one that asked me to do
Okay.
it. And they ask you to do a premiere. So soon we went for a walk on the beach. We made it a whole day thing. We went down to the beach, went for a walk, sat on a bench. It was freezing cold. We sat on a bench and watched the sunset. It was really nice. We're in a photography class, so we took some pictures for the assignment for the class.
Nice. Hope they're
Then
good
we,
ones for your class, because we don't want you to fail.
Yeah. Then we went to what's it called? Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Local Cracker Barrel had a nice dinner. They got a fireplace in there, so we went over, took pictures by the fireplace. This is kind of the theme for February for the Camp Alliance was do a romantic stealth camp. So we actually went through the store on the way out, and there was this big stuffed heart. So I grabbed it, told Sue to follow me, and I'm heading back to the restaurant. She goes, "You can't leave the store with that." Why? The door's out of the store, not out of the restaurant. We can go back in. So I carry the heart back into the restaurant. Then our waiter came over, took pictures of us with the heart in front of the fireplace. So that was kind of nice. But then Cracker Barrel allows you to camp in the parking lot.
Yeah.
So we had set our car up, the SUV, put the seats down, set up our camping gear in the back before we left. And just went right after dinner, went out in the parking lot And that's what I did the preview on. We did a little. It was sparkling grape juice. We don't drink, but so we had sparkling grape juice. Did a little toast. Had some Hershey Kisses as part of the romantic part of it. So we had a couple candles that she put up in the the front. But we're sitting in the back of the SUV, and in the middle of all that, I said, "This is we started laughing, and I went, "This is crazy, Kasia. This is your fault. It's going to be 19 degrees tonight. I'm sitting in the back of my SUV with my wife. I could be home in a warm bed, but here I am in Cracker Barrel's parking lot in my car to do this crazy Camp Alliance thing."
I don't see the problem. You're in an SUV with a warm wife.
Yeah. Oh, we had toasties, and actually, not all night. I kept waking up, unzipping my sleeping bag because I was too warm.
Yeah.
But it was fun. We had a good day. I'm glad we did it, and it was a fun time.
Yeah, I was watching Kat's she's been hiking, section hiking one of the long trails there. And
I think she's doing, was that Norway?
Yeah. And she found her, she lost her stocking cap. And
that happened.
That was an heirloom too.
Yeah, and it'd been I think her father-in-law's, who was a big time hiker, who had given, and he had died and had given it, and she got it, and then she lost it, and she was bummed out on that. Well, someone found it, and they mailed it to her, and she got it back. So
that's the great thing. That is one of the great things about the hiking community.
She posted somewhere about losing it on one of the on one of the groups, and that's where the person saw it and notified her.
Yeah, and her Facebook. It was in one of the Facebook groups that she posted. So, yeah, it is. I mean, the community is just good to look out for one another. And, well, that was nice.
It's interesting. Sue B, young Nana, is one of the ladies that named me PTL when I was doing a section hike before my through hike, and I've gotten to be good friends with Sue. But Sue does the Stealth Camping Alliance, and she is really good at it. She does some wild stuff. But I think she's the one that got Kat going on it. Somehow they hooked up on YouTube, and Kasia started doing it. Both of them do really good stealth camping options.
Yep.
I've always looked at it this way: isn't all camping stealth camping unless you're glamping?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, glamping's a completely different game, but I don't get me wrong. If I take the wife, we got to glam.
Yeah, but you were out there in the hinterlands there, Tony. You went out there in the desert.
Yeah, I have no problems with it.
Yeah, it was neat. That was neat.
I'm heading out in the morning.
Are you?
Be out there for a couple days, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm ready. And then when the weather gets warm like it is now,
see, for me, because I'm a nomad, I can do my camping year round. Like I was telling Max earlier, I really do miss the cold camping. I really do miss that. Having to get up and stoke your fire to make sure your fire's going and never goes out,
Yeah.
I miss it.
Max loves it too. Right, Max?
Oh yeah, that's why he won't go out of his basement.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Love it when I can get to it. Which doesn't seem to be very often. Yeah. Now that spring's around the corner, it's going to have the season of mud next, and then you still can't get out anywhere because you can't. Well, the roads are all rutted up and nothing but goo.
I think spring's here.
There's spring. Tony's got spring going on.
Speaking of mud, I'm thinking about doing the long trail this year.
Which one?
Vermont.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the long trail.
Fun. Yeah. It's always looked like a really good trail.
Yeah. First 100 miles goes along with the AT. But it's about 272, I think, total miles.
Okay.
I'm thinking about late July. You have the mud in the early season, and then you have the black flies. Probably still have a lot of black flies mid-July, but I may try mid-July through mid-August.
All right, you guys got black flies in Vermont? I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
going to Vermont.
Vermont, Maine, they're
I grew up
brutal.
with black flies. I'm not
Oh,
doing
they're
it
brutal.
again, man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh man.
They take bites.
Oh, they
Like
hurt.
millions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely
Well, I
a lot
think
of epinephrine, screen hat with you, full long sleeve shirt, long sleeve pants.
Which I hate.
Yeah, see, I'd put up with that stuff.
I'll be putting a tank top on tomorrow. Short sleeve shirt's not enough.
Yeah.
But out here we got these stupid flies, and they are fast. You can't catch them.
Oh really?
It's horrible, but they're annoying, but they're not dangerous.
Do they bite or no?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you're sweating, that's even worse because they land on you even more because wanting that.
Yeah.
salt off you.
Trying to get salt.
But the black flies, they take a little piece of meat, each one of them.
Yeah, they bite.
Oh yeah, they're not good. They're not good.
Yeah.
Well, we're
I'd rather have mosquitoes, I think.
thank you, Quentin. We're I think leaving September the 2nd to fly to Spain and to do the Camino de Santiago there.
Oh, I can't wait.
And so yeah, I'm excited about posting.
Who's going with you, Dan?
My brother Rick.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, you can't get the wife to go.
No.
I
she's not
can't
gonna do
either. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, I think our wives would.
I
do
go
well
out for
together.
an overnight, or the wife's like, nope.
Yep. No, Connie has no desire. No desire.
Wow, we got to get Connie to go with you.
I don't see that.
Mine
happening.
neither, Dan.
Yeah.
I got Sue to sleep in the back of the SUV.
Mine
with
just
me.
does not
She's
do
not
the
going
outdoors.
Yeah.
My wife has no problem with it, and my kids are actually moving from Washington down here to Yuma, Arizona.
Oh, really?
So they're going to be bringing my trailer down with them, which I can take out to these places I've been going easy enough, and take my wife with me.
The trailer that you got last
Yeah.
year? Cool.
So that'll be one of those things we'll do before we leave down here, is do me and the wife, just us, go camping.
Yeah.
Because I do have, the exterior bathroom. I have that right here, right now. But I have one actually in my camper too.
Yeah.
But the camper has a battery. It's got AC. Even though it's a little tiny tent trailer type thing, if you've seen the videos on it.
Yeah.
But it's very cool, and it can get to where I want to go out in the hills.
Yeah. That's
Well, the only time I got my wife out to go camping was in a cabin. That was it.
That's all I got for options right now.
That wasn't really camping.
Do they have a bathtub, bathroom, plumbing?
Yeah.
It's always been the wife's, when we were first married, she'd go on these adventures with me. After a while, she's like, you're just freaking nuts. She did one winter camp with me, and like, nope, never again. Kids can't go with you till they're at least 13. Well, by the time they got to 13, she convinced them they didn't want to go.
She brainwashed him.
I'd head up to Mount Adams in February for 2 weeks,
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Now, Quentin's right, though. As we get older, we have to keep going, because otherwise it just... I find myself, if I sit on the floor, I just can't even get up off the floor anymore.
Don't go down there.
Well, there you go.
I mean, the last time I took my tent out camping and slept on my air mattress in my tent with my dog, did the normal thing, and it was like, I really don't like getting off the ground.
Yeah.
So right now I got
I agree.
loaded in the Jeep, in the morning I'll throw my sleeping bag and pillow into my backpack and all my other miscellaneous stuff into my backpack. But that ground dwelling, just not for me anymore. And I used to cowboy camp in 10-degree weather in the mountains.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just throw the wool blanket on the ground, throw a sleeping bag on it, throw a tarp over me, and call it good.
I like it. I like it. I like doing it. So yeah, it feels good.
Out here, it's horrible because I got a 20-degree sleeping bag, a brand new Kelty. And
Oh, okay.
I do fine until it's like 40 degrees at night. Then I'd rather sleep on top of the thing than in it. And yesterday, I think it got down to 60 at night.
Oh, it does.
Then when I got, because I get up early, by the time the sun came up, it was 49.
Okay.
So that last couple of hours in the morning, the temperature really drops.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, I really prefer a hammock to sleeping in a tent, but I can't keep warm in a hammock anymore.
Oh, I've been down to 10 degrees max in my same setup I got behind me right here and never had a problem.
You use an underquilt, Tony?
Yeah, I got a 40-degree underquilt, but it's too big for my hammock. So there's a huge airspace underneath.
Yeah.
So good.
Nice.
And then I got the sleeping bag, which I use as a top quilt.
Yeah.
I just keep the foot box zipped up. I use as a top quilt. I don't like cold feet. The foot box zipped up. I use as a top quilt. I don't like. Oh, rerun. You're echoing. Cold feet.
Hello.
Yeah, you're echoing there, rerun.
You must have two versions.
Yeah, I got my phone in my hand here.
Yeah, you need to shut that thing down.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you, Quentin. Thank you, and thank you for your service.
For sure.
I'm trying to keep up with Max. Max he's wearing his cap, and I thought, well, I got to wear him. And then Ken comes in.
Well, it's about time. You're younger than me. You should be able to keep up with anything I do.
At least within a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, hey, Quentin, I went cross country skiing once, and I wound up in a pine tree down in the ditch.
Oh boy!
He must have been going up.
Yeah, that was the last time I went skiing. Period.
I used to do a lot of skiing, snowboarding, because my generation got snowboards. The cross country
been out once this year.
Definitely something we had to do in the wintertime.
Oh, the only skiing I've ever done is on water. I've never snow skied.
You've done enough hiking. You've skied on ice too.
Well, I have done that. Yeah. Well, skating. Yeah, I have done that. Body surfing.
Body surfing. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Dan,
I wouldn't call it body when you only got your cheeks and your hands on the ice.
That's right. Oh, what's that, kid?
Have you been out owl hunting anymore? I haven't heard anything.
I did. I have found a couple, and so yeah, it's.
You did find some?
I did.
Oh,
I did. Haven't been able to photograph them.
ah,
But Thursday.
That is the biggest part of the problem is the photographing them.
It is. I think Thursday I might have an opportunity. There's my great niece across from her place. She's got this big barn, and there's a barred owl, not a barn owl, a barred owl that lives in that barn. And she sent me a couple of pictures from her phone. So I'm going to go out there and try to see what I can do on Thursday.
you ought to steal her photos and put those out.
Well, yeah, no.
Have you seen the photos off my phone?
I don't mean steal
horrible.
them, but you ought to show pictures of those. That's where you're going, and then go see if you can see them.
Yeah, I don't know. She's sort of private, so she doesn't. I don't think she would really appreciate it too much. But.
Yeah.
Well, I just had some people come visit me today, other YouTubers.
Okay.
that's why I told you I wasn't sure if I was going to make it or not.
Yeah.
They come over to look at what we do for making our rocks and jewelry and stuff like that. And
Oh, okay.
the wife sat her down and let her make her own pendant.
Make her own what?
A pendant out of silver.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, spend a couple hours, I think 3-4 hours with her.
That's nice.
Let her do that, and they filmed the whole thing. And I was like,
Yeah.
man, should have thought about it. Should have made her grab the rock, made her cut the rock, do all the work right to the end. Next year. It's all right. They make life jackets, Quentin.
Yeah. I can't swim either.
Unless I have fins and a snorkel, I
Yeah.
can't swim very good. I can dog paddle my butt off, but I can't
swim
really
like a rock.
swim. I can dive.
Yeah. I can dive. I just keep on going.
the back up.
That's the problem. That's why I stayed away from the maritime forces, because I did not want to have anything to do with it. Dad, my father was World War II Navy, and when I went in the military, he said, I thought of all the boys, because I was the youngest of 6, thought of all the boys that you would go in the Navy. I said, Dad, I don't swim. No, I'm not going in the Navy.
That's on the water.
Yeah, on the water.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Dang, the Marines are on that ship too. They're out of the picture.
Yeah.
That's interesting, Dan. I just did Monk on the chat,
Yeah.
and then last week the last time I was on, it didn't work. Somebody told me the link's not working, so I just tried it. Mine did not work again today, and I just saw Max put it out there, and I tried Max's in his work. So I'm not sure what's going on with my my address, but for some reason on the link in your thing, it doesn't work.
I don't know.
But if
I've got it on here that says take a hike with Be Still on the Trails, and then it's got your YouTube address. It's got your long YouTube address.
Yeah, and if I click on that, it gives an error, and it was doing that last time. I'm not sure why.
I don't know.
Max worked fine. I just tried Max's, and it works fine.
Yeah, I know mine works fine too. I tried it last week, or a week before that.
I would say that it's maybe something in your settings, Ken. I don't know, because but like I said, I've had a lot of technical problems this past. Well, actually, last 3. My YouTube or my website just blew up.
Yeah.
Totally lost my website. Totally lost my email. So.
Oh dang.
So I went 3 weeks without my Dan@wanderingmonkhikes.com email. I finally have it. I've got it fixed now, but I went to a different server. I've got here's my new, that's my new website. It's www.wanderingmonkhikes.com.
Hell, it looks like a museum.
Well,
it doesn't look like he's hiking at all, does it?
No, it's all for photography. I rearranged it all as sort of a big, what would you call it? Portfolio, I guess, of all of my photography stuff.
That's a good setup. I agree. It looks like a museum.
Yeah.
It looks nice. It looks nice.
Thank you. It wasn't that hard, but I did, you get the template, and then I went into the template and I modified it and put my pictures in all the frames. So all the frames in the website are my photos that I've taken. So it's a little different. But that's been fun.
So that's your new website, right?
My new website, and that's my my email address is back again with
Dan
@Wondering.
So your old one's crashed then, right?
Yeah, my old one's gone. I just did that.
Okay.
So,
Need to back that stuff up, Dan.
Well, I did. That's the I had backed it up, and it just was Yeah, we're just a bunch of old guys.
Indeed.
Except Rerun, he's kind of the youngster.
Yeah.
Well, rerun.
I'm
He's
42, so I'm good.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, he's a spring chicken down there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
I
right.
guess I'm the next up, but hey, I'm at 57 this year, I think. 58.
Oh my.
I quit counting.
Oh goodness.
It's always better to quit counting.
I think Max and I
yeah.
are 12. We're about.
You know what
Yeah.
I did? I hit 20. Then I hit 30, and I was like, all right, I'm counting backwards to 20.
Okay.
And then the 30 again, which puts
And
me
then
at
back again.
50. So I'm working my way back to 20 now.
Yeah.
Good for you. Mm.
It's been
Yeah.
so dry down here. I've been getting nosebleeds. Sorry. I got to
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm
keep an
sorry.
eye on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Quentin's going to be 60 this November.
I
Well,
turned
Quentin-
58 in November. Right behind you, Quentin.
You guys are still young crowd.
You know, I'm going 74 in March. So
I'll be 69 in May.
yeah.
Ken is
Yep,
about,
bunch of old guys.
I just turned 64, so I'm a little behind a couple of you.
all right. All right. Yep. We need to put this in pecking order.
Yeah.
Do we peck at the youngest or the oldest, though?
That's a good question.
I
go
think
with the
I'm the
wise-
oldest here.
Oh, you are.
Max will be the wisest. Oh my.
So rerun, Sue and I are planning on going a little farther south than we were this past year.
Very cool. Where you heading to?
Probably it depends on where the hikers we're following are, but probably somewhere in North Carolina before the Smokies. But again, it depends on how fast they go.
Yeah,
That
you're
all
gonna get down
depends
there
on
and
what
come-
storms come in, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's been a lot of flooding, I guess, along the trail. So you had the storms last year, and then recently there's been flooding in parts of Kansas and North Carolina, so Tennessee.
Yep. Yep.
So hopefully that's all cleared out by the time we go, but we'll see.
What are you going to be serving out there?
The same stuff. We'll probably do, if we do breakfast, sausage, egg, and cheese on a roll, not on the flatbread or the tortilla.
Yeah.
But we just buy regular hamburger rolls and do them on those. Same as we did, but then lunch we'll do hot dogs and hamburgers. And then we'll do all the other sides. We'll have bags of chips and Little Debbie's and
the mac and cheese.
probably some coffee and drinks. We'll have soda, Coke, and Sprite and other drinks, and then morning orange juice. So,
Very cool.
yeah.
Any who are you following this year? I know you said Metro and
Oh, that's a
Kirk
good
Lewis.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been following Metro, John Chris, who is Chris Aconi or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you know John Chris, Dan?
Yeah, I do. I know Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, good guy. Really.
Yeah,
good
he's a nice guy, real nice guy. Actually, he started today, so he's been section hiking the AT. He was up in Maine last year, at the end of the year. He did other sections with Metro.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So I asked him if he was gonna start it. I knew he was starting down at Springer. Was he gonna skip those sections he had just done with Metro? He said, "No, I'm doing a straight through hike. All those little sections he's been doing. He's gonna do 2 through hikes." He's going to do a straight through now. He started today.
And then
Go straight
finish
through
his
the main.
sections.
But then eventually he's going to fill in all those gaps and finish up the section hikes of it that he's been doing.
I don't.
Okay.
I personally have watched a lot of hikes through the Appalachian Trail, and I don't get it. We got the Pacific Crest Trail, which goes from one extreme to the other through the whole trail, and you got stuff you can't even approach on the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
Up and through the Sierras, the desert, then you get up into the mountains of Washington, and I don't get the draw on it. The Appalachian Trail to me is flat.
Flat? Really?
Flat in comparison to the Pacific Crest Trail.
Huh.
The Continental
know.
Divide Trail is flat. Don't get me wrong, but you have
Yeah.
you go what almost 12,000 feet on the Continental Divide.
Yeah, but you got to, I understand the altitude's different, but you're also starting at a mile up. So you're starting a lot higher than on the AT. AT in places, you're down really low.
Yeah.
So a lot of the altitude change is just as significant on the AT. But I understand, you're going from extremes of desert to those high alpine mountains. That's huge change.
Above the Alpine, you're going above into the upper Sierras where there's nothing. It's just rock and snow and ice.
Yeah.
I just think
dropping back down, then going back up and back up. Or the Appalachian, you're in the Green Tunnel.
Yeah.
But there's spots where you're not. I mean, you get into the flights.
No, you got a lot of Green Tunnel. It's I started late. I was in the Green Tunnel for a long time, but like Dan said, you get views here and there. It's just the challenge, enjoying it, the community.
That's every trail. I will not argue that. I think that's every trail. Have you thought about finishing the trail going south?
Me?
To Florida. Doing the Florida Trail.
Yeah. No, the Florida Trail does not appeal to me at all.
Oh,
I don't like snakes.
I'm out. Yeah, the snakes.
I don't like snakes. I don't like alligators.
I couldn't do that trail either. No way.
Yeah.
Sue and I, on one of our trips,
you do that trail. I was like, man.
One of our trips, we went to the beginning of
I'm
the
walking
Florida
through
Trail.
hip deep water almost every day. No, this is not sounding fun to me. I know what lives in this water,
Well, we went to the beginning of the trail, and there's a river before you get out to the trail. It's a place to see alligators, and there's tons of them. You're just looking over the fence. So we decided to walk up the walkway to get to the beginning of the trail, and you're following the fence, and everywhere along the fence you can see alligators. They're right there. And then you get to the end of the fence ends, the river keeps going, and the Florida Trail starts north.
Yeah.
The fence ended, and there's alligators right there.
Oh yeah.
And then they said if you go up the trail a couple hundred feet, a couple hundred yards, it goes into the woods and into the, like you're saying, you go into the water. Well, wait a minute. I just saw massive crocodiles right here.
How do you?
And I'm going to go in the water? No way.
If you get under
I think
their
I'll
chin,
stick with bears and snakes.
What's that, Dan?
Just get your hand under their chin and lift their head up, and they won't bite you.
Oh, they will smile for you though.
Yeah, they'll smile.
Rerun.
Yeah, they'll smile after they eat you.
You followed Dixie. Didn't Dixie walk
she did that trail.
She did that trail. Yeah.
She's a trooper, that's for sure. Better than me. I wouldn't do that trail for anything.
I don't mind the heat. I don't want to be walking in the water with snakes and alligators. No way.
Oh, I don't.
I know on the
I could probably deal with the
on the
snakes.
California aqueduct's really hot.
But your aqueduct is a good point. That is a
That was the
horrible part of
hottest
the trail.
Oh goodness.
That can get pretty hot. though.
Scorpions. There's no snakes. It's just a pipe. You're walking along. Do it at night. You're set.
Or early in the morning.
You got to do almost 30 miles in one night to get across that aqueduct.
Yeah, it can get pretty hot.
Oh my. No, I wouldn't do that.
But Florida's off my bucket list. Even as an RVer, it's not on my bucket list.
So Tony, have you hit all the 48 continental U.S. states?
Oh no, I've not crossed the Mississippi River yet.
Okay.
Well, at least not in my current life.
Okay.
I've got no interest.
Yeah.
I might want to go oversee Victorian structures and stuff like that. Some of that, just the architecture really draws me in.
I've hit all of them except for Alaska, and it's all been on wheels.
I've been to Alaska, British Columbia, Ontario, and I haven't hit North Dakota yet. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep. As far as the hiking is concerned, that's pretty much been contained to Ohio and Wyoming. that's it.
Another one. Iowa. I have been to Texas. Not a fan. Iowa, not really on my list. But my wife does want to fill out our little map that we have of all the states. You know.
Yeah.
And I told her Alaska, we're going by boat. If we go to Hawaii, we're going by boat or aircraft. You know, I'm not driving to Hawaii, and I'm not driving to Alaska.
If you get a running start, you might be able to get to Hawaii in the RV.
Yeah,
Just have-
good way to
have
get
to really get
divorced.
going.
Yeah, I went to Ohio, to Hawaii, but it was only to see Pearl Harbor, and then we got out of there. So
Well, that wouldn't be my reason to go to Hawaii. There's some places out there for hiking and adventure
oh yeah,
that are absolutely
yeah.
off the charts stunning.
Ken,
I told the wife early on in our marriage, I can't go to the Caribbean, I can't go to Hawaii. Because if I can live year round in the water, I'm not coming back.
Yeah,
Over
Ken
Hawaii,
did.
I'm going to put on my snorkeling gear and I'm going lobster grabbing, you know. I can live just fine on the beach. I'll be just fine, you know.
Ken did a series of videos when you and
It was so
Hey, Martin.
my daughter treated us.
Made it back safe.
My daughter treated us.
yeah.
She had saved money. She has a little side business where she buys stuff from Goodwill for $5 and sells it on Poshmark or something for $100. And
Nice.
she saved the money, and she was going to treat the whole family. Me, my wife, her brother and sister-in-law and their kids were all going to go, but they got COVID and couldn't go. But the three of us went. And we had a good time. We were there for 10 days. It was awesome.
And you went to a lot of places when you were stationed there.
Yeah, I lived there, so I got to spend some time with the locals, hike up in the mountains, and they showed me some really good spots. And I was able to take my wife back to a lot of those. One of the nicest hikes was down into the Haleakala. Everybody goes up to the top of the volcano on Maui. You know, you take the
Right, but
ride
down,
up and
down
watch the
below it's
sunset.
cool.
But you actually can hike into the crater. So we actually went up for sunrise, drove and parked our car a couple miles down the mountain, and it's about 8,000 feet. The top is 10,000. Hitchhiked back to the top, got a ride to the top. And my wife had never hitchhiked before, so I said, okay, we're going to hitchhike back to the top. The first time hitchhiking, I'm ready to stick my thumb out, and she jumps out in front of the car, waving her arms, screaming. And I'm like, what are you doing? The car pulled over and gave us a ride.
I got a brother that lives out there, and he keeps telling me, you got to come, you got to come.
Oh, you should go visit at least once. It's beautiful.
I keep telling the wife, if I go, I'm going to end up living in that hut with him. Because he lives on the beach. And it's like, that's all I need is.
Which island is he on? Is he on Oahu?
No, I think he's on Hawaii.
The big island.
Yeah.
Yep.
Backside.
Yeah, if I went, I would go to Maui. That's where I was stationed for 2 years. I would go back to Maui, but I got to see all the islands from the station there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was on a 95-foot. What's that, Dan?
Quentin's asking if you're a vet, Ken.
Yeah, Coast Guard.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's even worse. Actually, I think Coast Guard is
You can say
probably-
whatever you want. That was the best thing I ever did in my life. That was the best part of my life. Coast Guard days.
Well,
I
hope you
had
don't
my
need any
college-
help when you're out there crabbing or going after those lobsters, Tony. Because
No.
you'll need the Coast Guard.
Nah.
Those guys.
My first duty on the boat, we're anchored in harbor. And you have to stay, 4 of us are staying overnight to watch the boat. So probably close to midnight, the phone, I'm on duty, the phone on the boat rings. Brah, you gotta help me. My boat's on fire. I'm like, who is this? Brah, help, our boat, it's on fire, brah. Help me, brah. And they're screaming. I'm like in panic mode. What do I do? I gotta go get the boat. What do I do? I gotta wake everybody up.
What are you gonna do?
Brah, brah. And then I look over at the building. I'm on the cutter. I look back to the building, and they're all standing there laughing at me.
Oh, that's pretty good.
What are you doing?
That's cold.
Oh,
Yeah, I worked when my second tour in the Pentagon. I was on the Joint Staff, and I had a Coast Guard captain that we worked on some.
Well,
some
you guys,
funny,
you had to work with all of the services during that time too.
Yes, yeah. We were doing some funny operations, and he was amazing. I mean, this guy, he knew how to get into it. he knew all the tricks of the trade to get into things. So, yeah, I was impressed.
Dan, you'd find it interesting. We were a small unit on Maui, the only active duty on Maui, probably about 18 guys assigned. And so our captain of the boat, was actually a lieutenant junior grade.
No kidding.
So a low guy on the pole got to be captain of the boat. Yeah, he was in charge. So I think the first one was lieutenant. The new guy that came in was lieutenant junior grade. And actually, he went to college with one of my roommates in college.
No
He was
kidding.
from Milford, Connecticut. Yeah.
A JG. That's
And it's
pretty, man.
hard, officers aren't supposed to fraternize with the enlisted guys, but it's hard to do when you're the only officer on the
When
whole
you're
island.
you're pretty much out there.
This
much
crew
out
is
there,
your family. We did a
Yeah.
lot of stuff with them.
Yeah. It's tough stuff. Oh my! But yeah, it was. No, but I got to really appreciate all the services, and to see the
Oh, yeah.
strengths of all of us. It worked out real well.
Dan,
What's
had
that,
you
Ken?
ever heard of RIMPACT?
RIMPAC, that's
RIMPAC?
Naval Universal Earth Base. That thing's pretty cool. I mean, RIMPAC's pretty cool. You bring all the navies from around
All
the
the
world.
navies
to
from
compete.
NATO, all the allies come together
Yeah.
and when it's in Hawaii, I believe. I don't know if it's every year, but it was in Hawaii when I was there.
Okay.
And I got to participate. We actually, our little 95-foot patrol boat, pretend we were a Russian frigate.
Oh, no kidding.
It was miserable.
Oh, yeah.
Hawaii's beautiful all the time, but we're out in some rotten weather and we're being forced to do drills in the middle of the night. Oh, it was cold and miserable. But I just saw one of the guys from the unit, just within the last month or two, posted a picture of all of us on the back of the boat with our full rain gear on, all of us smiling, giving shako bra. But I just saw that picture from RIMPAC like 86 or something. And,
No kidding.
or 84, here in 84. But that's crazy. I saw that picture and I remember being cold, miserable, but we're all smiling.
Yeah.
The
Oh yeah.
RIMPAC's a pretty creative event that they put out there
Yeah.
because it's a competition between all the navies. I didn't know the Coast Guard was involved though. That's
Oh,
nice
yeah.
to know.
Yeah, they just used us for training vessels.
Fake.
Yeah, they were fake.
Oh, man.
or targets.
Yeah.
Or targets, yeah.
Target.
Now, am I missing? He was an age mechanic. Is that
What was that?
Quentin says he was
Quentin
an age?
says age mechanic,
Age mechanic.
AGE.
Is that an acronym or is that a?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Explain, Quentin.
Hmm.
That was when I was in the Pentagon and working, trying to learn everybody else's language because everybody you got You got your own language.
Oh, I'm sure that was a pain.
Oh.
Pain. It was a pain.
Oh.
Okay,
One
Max?
One of the funniest ones was for the Navy. They would always talk about their relief, and when I was relieved, meaning when they were replaced. Aerospace ground equipment. Okay,
Okay, that makes more
Thanks.
sense. Not for me.
Talking about being relieved. Well, in the Army, relieved is not a good thing.
No, you're done.
So all these guys, and these are all commanders, captains, talking about their relief, and I'm thinking, how did you get to be a captain if you were relieved? Because if you got relieved in the Army, you're gone. You're not going to make anything.
Yeah, you're taking hopefully an honorable discharge if you've been
Hopefully.
relieved.
Yeah.
Hey, Canadian.
Yeah,
Well, I pulled out my old.
oh, you got there you go.
This is original. I wore that back when I was on the Coast Guard cutter. 80 to 84, probably 84, 85 to 86.
Yeah, you guys are
Okay.
old. I hadn't got out of high school yet.
95 326.
Killing me. Killing me.
Quentin answered the question. Aerospace ground equipment.
Yeah.
Okay. That's helpful. That's helpful.
Now, I graduated in 86. Wanted to go straight into the Navy as an officer. I wanted to go to the Navy SEALs. PTSD and some physical disabilities kept me out.
Okay.
Kept me out of all the armed forces because I did try after that. Every one of them.
Yep.
I'm like, I got the IQ. I can go into the Air Force, do whatever. No,
Yeah.
I'm not good enough. Grandfather always told me, well, nothing else fails. Go for the Coast Guard. Well, Coast Guard's way more picky than everybody else.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah. Coast Guard's. It's not a joke.
No, it's not a joke. Coast Guard is. I got more respect for the Coast Guard than most of the armed forces because of what they do and have to do.
I started out in the Air Force and then I switched to the Army. And they told me I raised the average IQ of both services with one move. I quit dragging the Air Force down. After Vietnam, so it didn't. The Army today was not the Army that I went into. It was Army today.
I got a friend that's another YouTuber. Went from the Marine Corps to the Army as an officer both ways, and he says the same thing.
Yeah.
I raised both of them by 1 point in IQ.
Oh my!
But he retired. He retired from the Marine Corps, went into the Navy, and retired from the Navy.
Really? Wow!
He did them both, and it's good. Now he's just a hairy old guy down in the southeast, putting out videos all the time. Survivalist. Military training, survivalist, does all that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. If you ever want to check him out, his channel name is Stoker-Matic.
Stoker-Matic?
Stoker-Matic, yeah.
All right, I need to write that down.
I keep calling him and complaining his beard's not growing fast enough.
Yeah. Your head must have got hot. You lost your hat.
He did say it was warm there today. He's got hair, so your hair keeps your head warm.
Yeah.
For those that know about it.
Those that have stuff.
I'm excluded.
Yeah, so is Max.
I got you beat.
And normally I'd have you both beat too, but hey. I'm trying to get through having hair in this heat. And the flies, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my. Goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, I've wore a baseball cap ever since I was just a little kid. That's probably why I don't have any hair. It rubbed it all off.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Yes.
The only time I wear hats if it's cold.
Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a wide brim hat. I do a lot of my hiking in, stuff like that, just to keep the sun off my ears and my nose, stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm
And then
always
you go into
cold.
the beanie if it gets down around 30 degrees, you know.
I was hiking a few years ago out here in Kansas, and it was, there's no trees. There wasn't any trees to get out of the sun. My ears sunburned bad, really bad.
I've never done that, but for like I say, on the most part, I wear a wide brim hat. I don't wear a ball cap very often.
Yeah,
I
that's
do
when
have
I quit.
handy, but
Hey, quick question before we end here. I'm not seeing all of the comments. So, like Dan, when you were replying to Quentin, I can see you replying to him, but I never saw his question. Is that on one of the other guys' channels that's coming in, or?
Yeah.
Quentin's on my channel, so that could be that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, but you can see it, Dan?
I can, because I'm seeing it through StreamYard.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm on StreamYard here on
Yeah,
the channel.
But you're watching the comments.
I'm watching
here, right?
on here,
Yeah,
but
and
I'm only seeing on here what's on yours.
yes.
Yeah,
go
if you're
to
watching
Tony's
his
channel.
channel, you're only seeing his channel.
Okay, and same with Max. If Max had somebody
Yeah.
following, commenting, I wouldn't see that
No.
Right.
No.
That's
Okay.
why we try to watch our comments on StreamYard.
on StreamYard. So if
No
I
matter.
minimize it, there it is. If I minimize,
go.
I had it maxed. There it is. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you can see them and follow them.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
if I
that's what
reply in StreamYard to a comment, it only goes to my channel. Just like
Right.
if Dan replies to a comment, it only goes to his channel. Same with Max, It only goes
I'm going to
to
try the Monk
channel.
link to see if it works if I do it directly on StreamYard rather than.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
It's not working. It's
Well-
not coming up though.
Let's see who's got right. Oh. No, you did it
Yeah,
on
I'm headed
private.
out for a 2-day
Yeah.
adventure tomorrow. That'll be fun.
What did I do, Dan?
You made your comment on private chat, not the.
Oh, yep.
So that won't work. A private chat?
You got to put
Yeah.
it in the regular
Yeah,
Yeah,
comment.
there's a
Go to
up at the
put-
top. It says either private
Oh,
chat
yeah.
or comments.
Do the comments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
do comment.
All right.
So Tony, you're going on an adventure tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going on a 2-dayer out in the hills.
Okay.
Going to check out a couple more locations I haven't been to yet.
Very good. Very good. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I really enjoy it when you go out there.
The desert's an adventure. You got to come down here, Dan.
I need to. I really do. Maybe next year. I might could do that next year when you're down there.
Hey, we'll figure out a schedule when you want to do it, because
Okay.
it's a different climate, as you know.
Yeah.
After being out in Chaco Canyon and Canyonlands, stuff like that, it's a different
Right.
climate down here. But
Yeah.
just being out in the rough desert is completely different than that.
I need to do that. I mean, yeah, I could. I can try to plan on that. When it's that way, I can escape the cold here.
Yeah. What do you think
Be a
I'm
method.
doing down here? Which
There
I
you
shouldn't
go.
be down here because it's way too freaking hot.
Oh my. Well, guys, it's well past 6 o'clock here, and
5 here.
Yep.
Nothing here.
I think we'll land the plane and then plan on next week if you guys are available. We'll hopefully Don will be feeling better.
Yeah,
He was under the weather. And
I've definitely been
he-
enjoying Don's videos. I love the short, the aspect he's doing these shorter videos, because most
Yeah,
YouTubers do like a 20, 30-minute video per day.
yeah,
But he's
yeah,
doing these 5 to 8 minute, and it's like, this is more enjoyable. And
Yeah.
he's taking the
Oh, yeah.
time to smell the coffee, basically. He's looking at the
Yeah.
plants, he's looking at the animals, which I enjoyed that part of it more than everything else. I mean, I'm watching
Yep.
his videos, and I've watched a lot of the PCT hikers' videos, and I'm seeing stuff I've never seen before. 'Cause
yeah,
most
yeah.
of those hikers are just pointing the camera in their face, hiking on the trail. It's like,
And talking.
I don't need a vlog,
Yeah.
man. I don't need a vlog. I want to see where you're going, what's out there.
And it's fun because he also connects to what he did 2 years ago.
Yeah,
we
that's
stayed
been
together.
entertaining too. Well, I camped here in 2022, and it's like, that's neat to see, even though he's doing a different path
Yeah.
this year than he did in 2022.
Thanks, Clinton. Yeah, this is a good. We have fun hanging out together. So, well, guys, I probably ought to run, and I will. I'm back in business now, so send me an email, and I'll get it. Before I was scratching because it was. I knew if anybody sent me an email, it was just going into the space.
Nowhere.
Ethers.
Yeah.
So
Good
now
to
it's
see
back.
you. Good to see you, Dan. I got another month coming up to look at the calendar.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yep.
You'll be hearing from me soon.
Okay, very fine. Very fine. It'll be interesting if you can figure this one out. So,
All right. I haven't looked yet.
All right. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Take care. God bless
Well,
you all.
see everybody later.
Hey, be well.
Okay.
Yes. Bye.
Good night.